Hey, it's Justin, beyond your front door. This week, we're out camping in the mountains. It's extremely smoky in the valley that I live in, so I came out to the mountains. A couple of hour drives, especially trying to find a spot. It is the BC day-long weekend up here, and, well, it's crazy busy. Everywhere is spoken for. I found this Dispersed camping ground is not on any maps. There's a nice little lake down the path there. I've got a hot date with me today. Coco is here. Cindy had to work this weekend, so I figured I would come up. Oh, I know. Do you want some water? Do you want some water? Okay, go get some water. Come on. Cindy had to work this weekend, so it's just me and Coco. We figured we'd come up here, get away from the smoke. I was going to say get a little bit cooler, but it's still 25 degrees Celsius outside. I guess it's a little after lunch now, almost 2 o'clock. We've been driving for a couple of hours, tried a couple of places, looking for some spots right on lakes, mountain lakes. That wasn't really happening today, so here we are instead. Let me show you around what we've got the setup, but first I'm going to go have some lunch. A quick and simple lunch to get started. I've got some instant noodles and a peanut butter and jam sandwich. And, of course, a step 2. Just because. Don't know if you can hear, I've got the max air vent flowing above the bed. That's trying to keep the place nice and cool so that I don't have to start the gen set up and turn the air conditioning on. It's a little warm, but I think by the time we go to bed tonight, it'll just be perfect up in the mountains here. I'm going to go enjoy this because driving around looking for a place to go takes time, and now I'm hungry. This is a Forest Service road that I found. Apparently it goes to a big lake around the corner. There's a turn off here that I thought was just perfect. More importantly, not sure if you'll be able to see it yet, but down here there's a lake. I'm going to sit there a little bit later and enjoy that. We're fully set up today. I've got the slides out. I've got the awnings out. I think this will be perfect. I've got the jacks down to just level everything off. Let me show you around the place. There's a spot for Coco and I to sit. As you can see, there's actually a fire ring here. And somebody's been kind enough to leave some wood. There is a province-wide campfire ban on at the moment. It's pretty dry, even though it looks a little green up here, but yeah, everything is just tinder dry. And there's too many forest fires already in BC, so we're respecting that. We won't get to use it, but I think for shoulder season, I might come back up here, have a nice fire. Looks really nice. This is the back side of the campsite. Almost looks like there's lots of little tent sites around as well. There's even another little fire ring through there. I'm sure this would be a nice place. Somebody's kindling. Nice place. I can see chipmunks and squirrels, birds. You got to be very careful. We're in bear country, and I saw a coyote crossing the road the other day. There's our setup. Coco's checking out what I'm filming. She's pretty cool in there at the moment. You can hear a little bit of road noise. It's not too bad. This will do quite well for us for tonight. Coco. Okay, it's after lunch. I put the generator on, put the air conditioning on, just because Coco's a little hot. She's a long-haired dog, so she gets hot pretty easily. I've got water for her. I've got her cooling mat. I've got a fan for her, but I just want to make sure she's comfortable. So I figured, as soon as the air conditioning blows right into bed, it's time for a nice little bit of relaxing. Before we go out, sit outside. Coco's up here with me. She's enjoying herself. Crazy dog. Coco and I just sitting outside under the awning, chilling, relaxing. I got a beer, got to read a book. Coco, well, she's got water because she's a dog. And she's just enjoying on her seat. A little bit of a cool breeze. It's nice. Looking for somewhere quiet just to chill, relax. I think I've found it. The book for today, Tom Hanks's new book that I haven't read yet, The Making of Another Major Motion Picture Masterpiece. It's a novel that he just came out with. I read his last book, themed around typewriters. I thought this might be an entertaining read as well. We're going to go sit and chill. You going to chill? You going to chill, Bubba? And we'll bring you back in a little bit. 5 years later, I figured out a new trick Coco has. There's quite a few flies out here. A few mosquitoes, bumblebees. Coco can apparently come out of a deep sleep as a fly goes past, grab it, and eat it. What a strange dog. I'm not sure if you can see the blood on the back of my knuckle there. That's from a couple of different mosquitoes that I managed to smack. I did break down, pulled out the Thermacell. Hopefully that'll stop Coco and I from getting too bitten. She doesn't seem to be too bothered though. So I just wanted to give you an idea of where we are. This lake is situated off the 97 connector between West Kelowna and Merritt. There's a few mountain lakes up here. Most of them have wreck sites that are very, very busy, especially on the BC long weekend that we've got today. I tried a couple of them. This one here, this is an unmarked wreck site, or dispersed camping site, I guess you would call this. There are another lake or two down the road here that may have, according to my viewing on Google Maps, spots for camping. We'll have to see. I haven't made it that far yet. This is sort of in the mountains. It's 1,620 meters plus or minus above sea level. So what's that, 5,300 feet, something like that. So it's getting up there. The valley where I live is really, really smoky. This is actually blue sky. I can smell a little bit of smoke in the air, but it's not at all as bad as where I live. And that was kind of the reason for coming up here. Because otherwise it's kind of one of those days you don't want to go outdoors because it stinks and it's gray and smoky and brown in the sky. It's ugly. This is quite nice. Sitting chilling with Coco. I think it's either a chipmunk or a squirrel. doesn't sound like a happy cry, does it? Are you feeling better? It's 6:45, just sitting down to have some dinner. I spent the last 45 minutes or so with Coco in the camper, put the generator on again, put the air conditioning on. She was panting, looking hot. The joys of long-haired, short-snouted ducks. She's feeling a whole lot better. For a while I had her up on the bed with the fan going for a cross breeze, and the air condition up above blows straight into there. She's a very happy girl now. Outside it looks like the temperature is starting to drop a little bit, so while I had the air conditioning on, I made myself some dinner. It was loud. I didn't bother showing you getting that stuff. But take a look at what we've got today. Yeah, I know. Usual Beyond Meat burger. I've got cheese on there. I've got some fresh heirloom tomatoes from garden not far from where I live. I've got a salad, also freshly made. Picked that up on Friday. That is locally made, grown, organic, packaged, and well, I would say delivered, but I go pick it up at the farm itself. This is fantastic. Eating local, eating organically grown food. The taste on this is amazing. And there's even, you know, cute little flowers in there. I've added some of the fresh tomatoes. I've added some fresh cucumber, also grown locally. I've added some nuts just because I like a little bit of protein with that, and a little bit of blue cheese, which is, you know, store-bought. I'm quite looking forward to this though. It looks fantastic. I've had this salad before and it is absolutely amazing. Let's try a little bit. Look at that. All kinds of green stuff that I can't identify. Fresh, definitely the way to go. I have a new beer to try. Notice the size of the can. No, your screen didn't get bigger. These are tall cans. Slackwater Brewing, which is from Penticton in the Okanagan Valley of British Columbia, not too far from my home. This is the Tight Lines Helles Lager with pearl hops. I'm not sure how you say that. No idea what that means. But surprisingly, ingredients are barley, water, hops, and yeast. It is a 5%, but 473 milliliters, so almost half a liter of beer. I'm gonna have to try it. Oh, elevation. It pops. It pops big. All right, let's try this. Never had it before. Very hoppy. Tastes stronger than a lager. But I guess that's the pearl hops in there. Very, very drinkable. I'm certainly going to enjoy this with dinner. You know, if you can find stuff local to you, this is brewed about a half hour away from where I live. It makes all the difference. The food, generally fresh. I mean, parts of it. The hamburger is pre-packaged, but yeah, as much as I can, try to eat local. And I love it. Anyway, enough talking on. I'm going to go make a pig of myself because it's past my normal lunchtime, or it's past my normal dinner time. I will bring you back afterwards. It's about 7:45 at night. It's cooled down enough that I'm comfortable leaving Coco in the camper for a little bit. I'm going to go for a little bit of a walk down to the lake, see what I can see. I do have trusty bear spray with me, just in case. I've not been able to get out and explore as much as I would have liked to, but because of Coco. But keeping Coco safe and sound is kind of the most important, right? This is kind of a beautiful area, though. There's a couple of little trails that I've seen. Again, probably won't be able to go too far. It's starting to get dusk here. Kind of nice, though. This is likely where there's so many mosquitoes around. I can see the bugs on top of this lake. It's actually pretty scary to see just how many are floating around a few inches above the water. Haven't seen any fish in. I think it's probably a little too small for any big fish. But wow, what a beautiful view, eh? You can just sort of see the gold in the clouds there. That is sunset. Not going to see much of it with all the trees here. That's okay. A little bit of a trail coming up this way. More of a game trail, I think, by the looks of it. Probably not the smartest thing to explore just before dusk. No fires today, but wouldn't be too difficult to cut that up and take that for firewood in the fall. See some bigger game trails over this way. You can get over onto these. Let's try down this way. Yeah, I think this is as far as my nerves will take me. Some kind of scat down there. I'm gonna say this is definitely a game trail. I'm getting bitten to death here, so I'm gonna head back. Make sure Coco's okay. That's my excuse. Also, I don't want to get lost in the dark in the forest. You can see it, the camper's up this way. In case you can't see this, I put water on Coco's food and have to hand feed her. This is how she likes to eat. Can you believe I actually have to do this most nights? Perfectly cooked plate. Coco. And Coco's favorite part? Yes, that is a carrot. That's your treat. What's up with you? What do you want? Do you want me to come to bed too? Do you want me to come to bed too? It's bedtime? Is it bedtime? Coco has been waiting. I would say patiently, but she's been barking away. Sitting on the bed with this. I came out to bed because she kept barking, and I was trying to see what she was up to. And we're having huge tug of war with her toy. And my fingers. We're all ready for bed. Apart from Coco, she's a little excitable. Hopefully she tires herself out. Gonna go to bed shortly. Unless something disastrous happens tonight, I'll see you in the morning. I think this is pretty disastrous. Good night. Two o'clock in the morning. Woken up to rain. We've had thunder most of the night to this point. Stormy night. Good morning. Interesting night last night. We went to bed not too late, 9:30, something like that. Coco was demanding I went to bed, which was kind of funny in itself. But then the thunder started, and that led to a not too peaceful night because when the thunder goes, Coco doesn't like it and barks back. So between Coco cuddling up and barking at the thunder, that was a little rough trying to get to sleep. After that, about 2 o'clock in the morning, the rain started. It started lashing it down, just throwing it down, which certainly woke me up. It was not a bad night's sleep, but not quite as restful as I've had before, just with the noises and, well, the changeable mountain air. It's unknown thing coming up into these mountains, particularly, that the weather becomes very, very changeable. Anyway, I've got my coffee, the main thing. Coco hasn't been outside yet. Her hair, she has morning hair. Wow. I'm gonna have to brush her in a few minutes. And then once I sort of finish my coffee, I'll think about putting breakfast on. It looks pretty gray. And, well, damp would be a good word for it. It's not raining at the moment, so we'll see. I'll have to see what the forecast looks like for today. I'm going to go enjoy my coffee. Breakfast this morning, some really simple scrambled eggs. But these eggs are laid by the chickens of my neighbor, so they're very, very local, very, very fresh. Got another cup of coffee going, and just for a little bit of ambiance, got a candle. I'm hungry. This looks really lovely. Coco is still sleeping under the bed because, well, she was up keeping me awake most of the night. It's a little gray this morning, but not too bad. Just had a lovely long walk with Coco along the road there. She was really in the mood. This cooler weather this morning, the rain has really cooled things down, has got her feeling like exploring. Lots of wildlife out there, lots of chipmunks, lots of squirrels, some rabbits, whiskey jacks. Luckily, nothing bigger that doesn't like us. The bugs, though. They're back. I guess the rain brings them out, so I had to put on a long sleeve, hopefully bug resistant shirt. I don't think I'm going to sit outside in the bugs again today. I've been bitten too many times this morning already. So I think what I'm going to do is just enjoy the last little bit of this moment. I'm going to have a slow walk back to the camper. I'm going to get everything cleaned up. I've got some hot water on at the moment, so I can clean everything up. And then I think I'm going to pack everything up and have a slow drive home. Got a couple of hours ahead of us before we get home today, just driving. So I think that's going to be pretty much it for this video. Thanks for coming along this weekend with me. If you like more truck camping videos, please like and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Have a great week beyond your front door.